Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. Now I'm coming back with a little play with this alphabet stamp set. I thought it was dead cute. Comes with a little punch. Now I thought this was going to be a lot bigger, but it's not. But it's cute. And we're also going to have a play with our leftover. These are for the card kits, and I just thought, marvellous. Why can't we make something with it? So with mine, I have made a box for my ink spots. Now, the internal side of this one is brilliant. I mean, you can get 12 ink spots in each row, so that's 48, and then one standing up. So you're going to get 50 ink spots in this. These are my Ultra New, which are slightly thicker, I think. Only a fraction, but if you want to level these up, you can double them up. So keep your blues together, keep your reds together, or put your colour families in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you'll have space for 1, 2, 3 more, because you can't quite get another one in there. So these are the ink spots, but you could stand one up. So you're definitely going to get the 40 colours from Stampin' Up, 8 then of the in colours, and it's a cheaper way for you. Like I'm saying, they stack up 2 by 2, and there's just enough space. But like I'm saying, I've stood mine up this way. You can put a little, where's my circle punch? Grab some cardstock of the choice. So let me see if I've got any Coastal Cabana. I don't have any Coastal Cabana, but let's see what else I've got. I've got grey granite, so punch a little hole. There it is. If you're going to put this on the side, I haven't opened these. These are from the card kits as well. You can put yourself a little marker and just put your initials. Let me just grab a pen. And because you know it's the colour, you just have to put grey granite, because the others are basic grey or smoky slate, but you'll know what colour it is. If you want to go one better, you can score this in half or just fold it in half, and then just attach it one side, and then when you open your stank, let me show you. Let me just get a bit of glue. I'll just pop this on for show you. There it is. So just on the half at the back, don't need that much, but spread it around and attach it at the back. Let it dry. I mean, it can dry it flat, but you don't want this section glued down, because then when you open your ink spot, don't slit the paper at the back, and it will stop you from losing your lid. So when you close it up, push that back down, you know that is grey granite. And like I'm saying, if you do that on all of those, you can stand. I mean, I'll do that CC Coastal Cabana, MM Misty Moonlight. I know it's blue, but I'll use the coordinating colour stock. Evening Evergreen, again, just do that and you'll know what inks. I mean, I got 2 of those, but you'll know exactly. Starry Sky. But if you do the card colour stock as well, you won't lose your lid, because it's only attached. It's still attached with this tape. You'll know what colour it is because you've got the grey granite. You won't lose your lid, and you can stack them and get 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You probably get 13 then in a slot. I've made these a little bit too wide. I'm going to shorten the next box down because I had to cut the sides off, and I don't really want to do that. It's not like it's unstable, but I want it to be nice and snug. And this is the stamp set, and this is the punch. So I've got ink spots there. I may put another wording of ink spots on the front, so I want to stack them on a shelf or on the side so I can see the words ink spot. That way I can go to ink spots, I can go to kits, stamps and stuff like that. So let's make our little box. It's so cute. Love it. So I want to keep the flaps this time. So let's pop that to one side. Now I used in my box 6 inches by 9 and I think it was a quarter. These are 9 1/8, and now when these lay in here, see how there's a little bit of a gap, and I'm going to be able to get my sides in there, and you'll still have space for your 13 ink spots. But you're going to glue these. Let me just show you how to do that first. So let's get my scoring tool. So they're 9 1/8 by 5 1/2 to save on a little bit of extra cardstock. You should get 2 then from each sheet of paper. So you're going to score at 1 1/2, 2 3/4, and then at 4. Or you can do 1 1/2, 2 3/4, turn it around and do 1 1/2 again. So let's do 2 of those. So 1 1/2, 2 3/4, spin it around and do 1 1/2 again, or 4 inches. So, and you're going to need 3 of those. So I like to fold the middle one, make it come together, burnish from the outside, middle out. I mean, it's only an inlay, and then fold this back on itself and burnish. And then we're going to do exactly the same on this side, and you can see that it's shorter, but this is the middle section that's going to stand up in your box. These are going to be like the feet where it sits. And then what we're going to do is, because that's going to go like that, we're just going to glue these sections. And I've made ink spot boxes before, and I've made them one abreast, and you're having to stack and stack and stack and stack boxes on top of each other if you've got a lot of ink spots. But I must admit, if you're not an avid crafter where you haven't got to have or you want every single colour but you can't afford, buy the ink spots, the blank ones. I think you get a pack of 5. I don't know, I'm sure they still do them, I'll have to check. But let's do that now with our second one. And then just buy the re-inkers. And that way you've got all the inks. You can ink them up as often as you want. They'll travel with you in case you want to go on in case you go in, if you go away a lot. What have I done? That's it. And I'm going to fold that the other way because I've got a little bit of crease. And I want my paper to look good. So, yeah, but the ink spots are just as good as the large ink pads, I think. They still do the same job. You don't have to put glue both sides, but just on one section. Fold that over. Make sure it's not over your score line. And then we've got our 3 little inner trays. So they are going to overlap. So you're going to put that one there. This one's going to overlap, but pull them to the centre If you want to go and put yourself a nice little white border on the inside, that's entirely up to you, but there's no need because there's only you that's going to see inside your box. And you're going to make sure, like I say, you want a small gap either side. You don't even have to glue these down, but I'm going to. So you don't even have to have tons and tons of glue. It's just my way. So I'm going to start off with the back. I'm going to go right to the edge. And I'm going to give myself about 1/8 of an inch either side. And if you want to decorate the inside of the box first, by all means. So cute. But why would you let these box? I mean, I know people that would just chop these up, use them for album making. You could do that as well, but this is going to give you some great use. And if you want to take all your ink spots with you instead of sorting them out, you can just pick the box up and take it with you. I mean, it's going to give extra strength because these are all overlapping each other. Our last one. And it's a great way of using up old designer series paper. I mean, if you want up-to-date current ones, use them. But why would you waste all your good stuff? Again, line that up. And pull this to the front of the box. And just give that rummaging down. And look at that. That is so cute. And you can still close your box and give you more stability. So, what I've done here, I've just used some old cardstock. I literally wanted the same paper as my box, but I was a little bit too short. So what I've done is just added another panel on the side. So, and I'm using, this is Sahara sand, and because I'm using the gold, I think it looks beautiful. And I've cut this literally a little bit too big. Gaynor's cut it a bit too big, look. I want it to go on my lid, so that goes over my lid. So this, we need to cut that down to, let me get my pencil. Let me grab that. Now what have I done this to? I've done this to 9 5/8, and it actually needs to be let's just grab a ruler, measure that up. Let's move that slightly down, just layer it on. You need to cut your cardstock at 9 1/4. So 9 1/4, not 9 1/2. And then that's the cardstock, and then that needs to be 9 1/8. So 6 1/4 wide, which is perfect enough, by 9 1/4, and then your DSP 6 1/8 by 9 1/8. So what I'm going to do is trim off the end. Won't make any odds to me because it's only me using it, but if you want perfect symmetry, you won't have that edge. So let's do that now. Let's trim this to 9 1/4. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could attach that on top, so you've got your border, if you want to be that fussy. But I'm not really that bothered. So I'll fetch my box in. Now this is just going to layer up there. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. So I'm going to get some glue. You can use double-sided tape. I'm just using this beautiful art glitter glue. It dries really fast. You know everything's retiring in June, so use up old cardstock, old designer series paper. I mean, I've been using this designer series paper for weeks, and this is retired ages ago. So let's get that right along the edge of that box. I mean, I've thrown these boxes in the bin, and I thought, oh, why would I do that now? Literally, it's just absolutely stunning. So you will need 2 pieces, and I'm gonna, I think I've got this right. These are longer because the lid has got these bulky sides here. This is why I got confused. This piece is 9 5/8 width because you haven't got the bulky sides, and it's 1 3/4 wide, and the DSP is 9.5 by 1 5/8. But before we attach, I'm going to add that on there, and I'm just going to get a pencil, open this lid, I'm going to attach. I'm just going to lay that on there. See if I can do this. I can do it this way, but if you can do it, you'll be able to see it once you get it laid down. And then I'm just going to take a pencil and draw around that hole. And I use my 1 3/8 circle punch until it's perfect sizing. And I'm just going to pop that. Don't throw that bit away, because once we've attached this on here, which fits beautiful now, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just attaching glue. Make sure there's none on the other side, Gaynor. I'm going to attach this, making sure it fits in that dip beautiful. Get it to stick down lovely. It doesn't take long for this art glitter glue to go off. I mean, even if you wanted to store other things in there, stuff around your house, I mean, what, you know, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to make sure there's a little bit of extra glue in there. Make sure it gets all the way to the edges. You could use double-sided tape. Now, when I close the lid, I'm going to glue that little piece right on there, and I can still get my finger in to open the box. So we're not wasting nothing. Line that up. Just line that back inside there. Just press. Make sure it's perfectly lined up, and then look. When you open that, just get rid of any excess glue, and then when you close your box, you've got that perfect little closure. Isn't that cute? I love that strip. I've got another one there, so I need to attach that, and then these are the side pieces. And they're going to fit exactly the same, nice and perfect. No obstructions apart from the lid with these 2 little grooves, but I'm not into that. So you'll need 2 at 6 1/4 by 1 3/4, and the DSP you'll need 2 at 6 1/8 by 5 1/8, and then we can just attach those. I mean, you can have any colour you want. Any cardstock you want. You can have funky little boxes with all colours. I just wanted to use up my designer series paper. I mean, I could have had the little stripes down the side. I've got the tiniest border. You all know me, I don't like big huge borders. Whoops. And then this is for the back of the box. On my other one, because it's going to be sitting on a shelf, I haven't decorated the back, but you can. If you've got designer series paper that's retiring, go for it. You could even use these as little Bible study boxes for putting prayer cards in. Oh, that would be amazing. Take them with you to Bible study groups. You could even section them up in different ways on the inside for treat boxes for kids for Easter. Put a little sachet of sweets in each segment. You can just, so many different uses. Don't throw these boxes away. Got a little bit of ink there. So, love it. Now let's attach this now to the back of the box. You can decorate on the inside of the lid. You can decorate underneath. You could even add more stuff. There's no need. They're very, very strong boxes. And like I'm saying, so many different uses. You could leave... the only gap I've got there is from the side of the lid. But look how beautiful these boxes look. Why would you waste it? You could add a nice ribbon going all the way around. Oh, that'd be pretty. If you've got retired ribbons that you wanted to get rid of. And now we just need to attach our sides. I mean, I did a video of a flat box, made the whole box with little drawers in, and it was a bit of a pain in the bum actually getting in and out of, because it was a bit stiff. Worked a treat, but because it was a little bit stiff. I mean, if you want bigger borders, use less cardstock and designer series paper. I just want it to look absolutely gorgeous all round. Whoops. Yeah, so don't get fooled like I just did. Measure the lid. Because you've got that insert. So just take your bone folder and just press it in until all that glue dries lovely. I mean, if you wanted to put an 1/8 of an inch strip along there, you could. I think that's a bit too extreme, but that's just me. Making sure it's attached all the way around. Like I'm saying, you could even decorate the bottom, but how cute is that box? Absolutely stunning. So let's pop our inks in there now to show you. I just love it. I just love it. So again, you can stand these upright or lay them down. It's entirely up to you. If you wanted to put a piece of chipboard in between to make them even stiffer, you can. I mean, these even look even. It's just so cute. So I've got here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and these are wider. A lot wider than there's 12 in there, but with the Stampin' Up ones you would definitely get 13. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, you'd get 13 in there. These are my little Versamarks, my little hero white inks, and they are square, 1.5 by 1.5. And again, these are my Ulta New inks, which were gifted to me. There's some stunning colours. I have used these on cards. But you would definitely get the extra one in. My little daubers for add in if I wanted to do some blending. And do you know what? Because I've got ink, I'm going to use this one to tuck in. Now that is really secure. Oh, what have I dropped now? What have I dropped? Gaynor's drops. Oh, it's my glue topper. You could use these for your blending tools. Look at that. You can slot these in there and have them for your blending tools. They're endless what you can use these boxes for. Maybe you can get all your little punches in there and keep them stacked in a nice little elite box. Maybe you could stack your blocks if they're tall enough. I don't think you'd get the bigger ones in though, not quite. But all sorts. Your little reels of, you could do it slightly wider and have your little reels of baker's twine. Just work out the gap and have a, whatever the gap is there, and up the sides. I've got these as 1 3/4. So you could make them say 2 inches wide. These are exactly 2 inches, so 2 1/8 wide. 2 1/8 and a 2 1/8 is 4 1/4, and then 3, so 7 1/4, and you would get all your little baker's twines in there as well. So many good ideas. So I know I've got ink spots on that one. So I have started a little bit. I'm going to put my glue topper away before I clog up my glue. I have cut a few. So I've got the word ink. And I'm going to grab this cute little, and it's not one of those you can go all the way in and get a second letter out. Look. See? So you can stamp an ink, and then we can turn that around. I mean, that's an N. Oh, I hope it's an N anyway. So I did a gold background, which isn't gold really. It's my Versamark. I'll show you now. And these are they're all single letters. There's no capitals. Let me get them. Yeah, there's no capitals. They're all lower letters. But cute. I don't know what these are for. They're for. So I've used this pattern here with this VersaFine. It's called Vintage Sepia. And again, you could add tape on the back just so you don't lose that. These ink spots are great. So I've got ink and P. So I need S, O, T, S. So there's my little chambers. There's another ink spot with my box. I'm going to clean this off. Keep that to one side. So they're the inner they're the inner slides, that bit. Here is my letters that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to use the VersaFine ink because it's nice and dark. So we've got the S. So we've got ink, S, P, O, T, S, ink spots. So cute. A T. I don't like the black on the edge of that. And because they're photopolymer, they line up cute. And then the O. And then you can just line that up. Get it right in the center. Give them a quick clean while you're waiting for that ink to dry. I'm going to leave that to one side a moment. I'm going to cut out my words, ink. So there's my ink. And then I'm going to cut, oh, I had a little one there, look. P. Line this up. S. SPO. Can I get another one? No, but you can go two abreast. Just snip them off. And we've got the word ink spots. How cute. And you know, these are at my scraps. So you might, you know me, I love a punch. So let's get these turned over. And I think you should be able to just about get one of these large dimensionals. Let's check it out. Oh, fit perfect. So let's turn these all over. Just adding one in the center. These came from the card kit, these dimensionals, because this is what I do with my normal ones. So I know and these seem a little bit thicker. So we're going to get some height and dimension. Perfect. So let's pop them to one side. Fetch this gorgeous little box back in. Add my Versify. This is just so cute. Just going to lay them down for a minute. But how lovely is that box? I mean, I'm just going to add a ruler. Mind you, is that I can't see straight for loving the money, so let me use this so I can add a straight line. Then I know it's straight. Fingers crossed. I will anyway. I've got to take the backings off first. That normally helps. Peel off the backings. These are a little bit harder on the card kits. Give them a squeeze. Then they'll come off. And they're not stuck to my fingers. Yeah, these you can tell these are from the card kits. They normally just peel off easily. That one wasn't too bad. I can clear them up in a minute. I think there's a special way to grip them. So let's check. We got little inky fingers. So I've got my AN. Okay, so I'm just lining this up and checking it along the edge of this box so I can just add it, and I'm just tucking it along the edge just enough so it looks nice and straight. I've got the word ink, and then I'm going to come down a row. I'm going to keep it. Oh, trust me to find the S last. So we've got the S. P, O, and T. Just don't press them down till you've got them lined up perfectly. And then the other S. Move that out the way and let's just check. That looks okay. It looks pretty cool to me. So what else have I got? Now look at this. I keep these little empty tubs and I put odds, sods and sequins from the card kits. So any little gems I've got left over I add in here. I have pulled some out because I'm going to be doing another card kit alternative. So all my little ones like these, I've got some gold ones. These are from a card kit, and I just snip off the excess and leave them in a little tub like this. These are from other stamp sets that I've got. But they're from another project. But like I'm saying, all these little odds and sods I keep in here. So I'm just going to grab myself. Where's my take your pick tool? And no, the sticky backing hasn't come off that one. Now it has. Ugh. Now the backing didn't come off that until late, so let's just add that there. One, two. I'm just gonna put two there, and I'm gonna put two on this side, maybe three. Oh, how sweet is that? So I even got these in the little bag that they came in. I just push them in there, pop them on there. I wonder if this is, no, it's too tall, but you could do a section that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and you'd stack them easy, because I've got a few of these. I know I've made my little embellishment kit. You get 3. Oh yeah, no, you get 3 at a stack. 1, 2. You get 3 by 3 by 2. So you get 18 packets of them in there as well. How sweet is that? They're my odds and sods. But there you go. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is what I've done with these beautiful card kit boxes. Absolutely stunning. This is the one I made earlier. These have got my blends brushes in, so I might even swap those little labels and put blends brushes. You can do them on, like I'm saying, wherever you're going to stack them, do them on the front, on the side. Use those, don't even have to stamp them on dimensionals. You could lay them flat. So when you come to the box, they just look absolutely beautiful and organised on the shelf. And you could have, or even punch a label and write on it what's inside each box. So you've got ink spots, blend tools, little baker's twine. Depends on all the mechanism on the inside. Just work out the gap for either side, and then you need at least 3/4 of an inch, 1 and a quarter. Again, I do it right. 1 1/4 inches in depth. That way you've got the little separation, and another 1 1/4. So 2.5 in the center, and then if it's 2 inches either side, 2 inches either side. So 2, 4, and 2 1/4. 4 and then just use how to score 2 in the center, turn it round and score 2 again if it's 2 inches. But there are my little gorgeous boxes. I mean, they just look absolutely gorgeous. You could stagger them. I just think they're so cute. But this is the one I just made. Added some embellishments, my ink spots. Maybe my little ink spots is... There you go. If I turn it enough, it'll be straight. But there we go. This is the one I first made. This is the one I've just made. Thumbs up and a share would be amazing. So take care. Just to let everybody know that Jesus loves you. Say a prayer for everyone. Till next time. Bye.